Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FTRL. Join us once again for GT1. We've got an extra sweaty edition this evening. It's always, as we know, more than a little bit sweaty in GT1, but a little bit of added extra this time around. It is sweltering and I'm wearing very few clothes. Right, putting that aside, Alsace, here we go. So this is an interesting one tonight. 3 sprint rounds around the Alsace village, but qualifying, which again is going to be heading back to the Formula 1 style qualifying this evening, is around the Alsace test course, which features this horrific bend at the top. When you get a good idea from there just what it's like trying to get round there. And we'll get an even better idea now as we go straight into the first round of qualifying. So just 5 minutes. And it will be the bottom 3 that head out after the first round. Let's go on board with Tom. So you've got the sort of tight right-hander here, and it just drops straight down off the top, and you've got to try and keep it stable as you wrench the car to the left and not go too far wide. I think we actually saw a little bit of both there on the outlap. Tom kept it nice and safe and sort of cut the curve on the inside. Biggles nearly ran to the outside ahead of him. So let's brace ourselves for the whine of the Mazda and go on board for a first flying lap with Biggles. Very, very tight to the inside of turn 1. On the throttle all the way out and then coming up the hill. So this roller coaster right-hander. Again, cutting wide but not taking too much in. And then drop on the throttle, on the throttle, on the throttle. Keeps it planted. Lovely stuff. We're looking for, certainly, they're all medium tyres actually, so we'll for this round, so we'll be looking for probably a 44, yeah, 44.2 for Biggles, and Tom immediately takes the lead. So that's push Biggles down to P2. Good evening, Dusty. Good to see you. Did I see right yesterday you're moving house? If so, best of luck in this weather. Ross Pagani currently P4, he's now dropped off to let Lennon through. Aaron is P5, Jade on P6. Odon is 7th, unsafe, then home at Lennon. Blue flag, and then currently in the drop zone by quite a way actually. Tom, Dual, Panda and Lee, who definitely had an off. So let's keep an eye on Panda as the furthest forward of these 3. See if they can improve. Here comes Panda, all the way up to P6. Can either of the others make an improvement? Homer goes right up to 3rd. And Tom developed up into 10th, so they're going to get a few laps in here. At the minute, Lee is still bottom, Lennon is now 13th, and Odon has just dipped into the drop zone. Tom is first. He'll be happy with that. He's not found it the easiest so far in that BMW this season. He's obviously missed a couple of weeks as well. It's currently nearly a 10th clear. Really good times coming in, 44.1, the best so far, but we're not really concerned about those guys in this first round. They'll be home and dry. We're really looking down this end of the pack where there is not very much between these guys. Odon, Lennon and Lee have to find a couple of tenths. Aaron sets a new personal best 4:43, that will see him safe into lap 5. They're going to get one this lap and then one more, you would think. So this lap coming up for Tom, and then he'll get one more after this, as will pretty much all of the guys behind him. This could possibly be the last flying lap coming up for Pagani. Might get one more after that. Let's stick with Odon. See if he can get himself out of the danger zone. Oh, he's 2 tenths down. Has to bypass unsafe release on the straight. It's not looking great for Odon at the minute. He's going to have to put in a really, really strong final sector. See what he can do. No, 45 is not going to be good enough. What about Lee? Nowhere near. He's going to get one more chance. As is Lennon, but it's very, very congested. Got a couple of people sensibly ducking out the way. Biggles getting out the way of everyone there. Last chance saloon for these three. Lennon, Lee and Odon. What can they do? Odon's the furthest forward. Aaron goes quicker again. As does Tom Duval. Odon, I think, was faster than his personal best through there. Here we come. It's not enough. So Odon is the first to be eliminated. Here comes Lee. He's not going to make it either. And Lennon has already finished. So it's going to be those three. Lennon, Lee Cole and Odon, who we lose from the first round. Fever wants to know who we're missing. We're missing Graham tonight, Fever. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a stand-in. Odon is covering for Rom. So unfortunately, no Graham with us tonight. Right, so first three down. 11 remaining. It was very, very close between the rest of those drivers. I think there was only sort of 4 tenths in the whole field, so could see almost anybody going in Q2. Let's find out how we get on. Odon, you're out of qualifying. You need to get out of your car. Come on, Owen. Right, no messing about. Here we go again. We've seen before with this style of qualifying, it's rarely the person who gets first in Q1 that ends up on pole. Although they have got a few more laps, but there's only been a 45-second lap, they get a few more chances, so maybe more likely to be a bit more consistent. Some of the longer tracks where they only had like 2 flying laps and anything could happen. Nonetheless, as we saw, it gets a bit crowded here on the old test track. So if you get caught up behind someone, you don't get that many laps. Tom who leads us off once again. While we wait for them to come off the outlap, let's have a look at the current standings. So just looking at the driver standings for now, top of the pile is FTRL Biggles. And with absolutely no disrespect to him, I love Biggles, former teammate in previous season. We weren't expecting that, were we? Top of the pile after 3 races. He's actually level on points with Panda, but he goes ahead of him. I don't know why. They've both got 2 victories, so I don't know what puts him ahead of him. I think perhaps the fact that Biggles is the AM driver, whereas Panda is the Pro-Am. So anyway, both on 111 points. And then Pagani, also running for Team Bunch of Tools, just like Panda, is just behind them on 106, so only a 5-point gap. Then there's a bit of a bigger gap back to the next three, where Lennon, Ross and Graham, who as I've said is unfortunately missing tonight with no reserve, they're only separated by 5 points as well. At the bottom, Rom is also missing, but he'll have Odon picking up half points from tonight. And Jadon is right at the bottom, but so far looking to be going pretty well tonight, at least in qualifying. So he's currently running P7 after the first lap. I think we'll be losing 3 again. Yeah, we will be losing 3 again from here, and at the minute, Biggles' first lap did not go well. So he's out on his own. Unsafe release is P10, and Homer is P9, not far ahead of Blue Flag. Not far behind Blue Flag, sorry. Nearly a half-second improvement from Homer is only good enough to get him to 7th, but that's enough. That drops Sai down into the danger zone. With Jadon on the button at the moment. Ross currently has the fastest lap, 44.2. We saw a 44.151 in Q1. Here he comes again. And it's not going to be as quick this time, but that'll be more than enough to get him into Q3 anyway. Same for Tom. I think they know they're alright. And Pagani currently P3, and Aaron just 1,000th behind Pagani. He'll want to beat Pagani, and he does. Goes straight to pole, 44.19 for Aaron. So that's those guys all probably sorted all the way down to, I would have thought, Homer in P7. So he's currently sitting on a 44.4. Unsafe only just behind him, and then Jadon, and then Blue Flag. So these guys have to pick up the pace. They're only going to get 2 more laps potentially after this one. So let's see what Sai can do. He's got a bit more pace in him than that. Well, like we said, not a lot of gap in it. He'll be going for a flying lap next time out. Where is Unsafe Release? Just coming around to start his next lap. He couldn't quite improve this time. Pagani getting out of the way. I think Pagani knows he's safe. Homer is not too far ahead of these guys as well. Unsafe Release only needs to find 0.03 of a second. Lennon bemoaning the track in the chat. Nothing to do. The fact it's out in Q1, surely. I love Alsace Village. It's a great track. This thing's a fucking nonsense. It's great fun, but it's an absolute nonsense. But the actual Alsace Village, I love. Oh, Unsafe goes up to P7. They'll have one more flying lap after this. Tyres starting to wear already, even being the mediums on that Lamborghini in particular. Biggles is on the button. He's only 600 safe from Homer. Homer's going to have one more flying lap to try and reach. Jadon is not far behind either. It's so close. Blue Flag is last in with a 44.7, but after that, less than 4 tenths separate the entire field. Jadon is down on his time by 1,500, so I don't think he's going to escape. Can Homer do anything? He's up, but he's up by not quite enough. Up by 52 thousandths, he needs 60. Oh, and Aaron's off the track ahead of him. Hopefully that doesn't impede Homer as he comes to the line. He's not going to make it. He's had a poor final sector. So it is going to be these three, Homer, Jadon and Blue Flag, who sit out P3. Oof. It is far too close. And they want a petition to do this track as an endurance race. I remember I raced this track in a Samba bus once and it could barely get up the hill. We should do that at some point. Yeah, I think particularly harsh to be kicked out in Q2 with it being that close. Soft tyres for Q3, so everybody get your softs on. See how much these times differ. You'd expect obviously to be people to be going well into the 43s. Does anybody have the advantage on soft tyres that they may not have had on the mediums? We haven't looked at the team standings yet, have we? Let's have a quick peek. Okay, so the team standings, and obviously this was before last night's races, but a bunch of tools, Only Mans, then Thomas and Mongs, Quick Fit and Auto Trader Racing. But it's probably between the top three right now, so Tools, Only Mans, and Thomas and Mongs. But these guys in the Milka liveries are all in Q3. Aaron, Tom. Where's the other one? Maybe it's just not got the Milka livery on. Someone defying team orders and not using the Milka livery. Oh no, there he is. There was two Toms. That's why. That's just getting me confused. Fever is predicting 43.2. Well, we'll find out. You're going to have another 5 minutes to get the job done. Given the gaps we saw, a 43.3 or a 43.4 could put you in second, it could put you in seventh. Let's try and eke out every 100th round here now. Who was first out? T. Smith was first out again. Let's see what benchmark he can set. Round the long banked right-hander. Spits you out onto the curve before the left to the line, looking for, it's a 4.37. Biggles immediately goes faster with a 4.36. Can anybody beat that? We're nowhere near 43.2 at the moment. Some technical knowledge in the chat from Derek. The village track is classed as low speed BOP and this test track is medium speed BOP, so we're going to see some differences between the cars. Interesting. So at the minute, Biggles, having barely scraped through in Q2, sits on pole. Thomas bailed out for new tyres, that's interesting. Was just thinking, I haven't seen the wear on some of the medium tyres from the Lamborghinis. And there's no fuel depletion in this qualifying session, so this is purely to get another lap or two on completely fresh tyres for Tom. He's the only one that's done it. Interesting. Right, Aaron has taken pole by 2/10, so it's a 43.391 for Aaron. Can anybody get near that? Biggles is closest at the minute. Let's see where he is through this split. He's slightly down on his own time, Biggles, so he's not going to be beating Aaron. Look at the pressure that's being put on those tyres. Aaron now bails into the pits. Biggles cannot improve. Unsafe release is currently P3. He is into the pits. Saw Panda just coming across the line there, and Panda jumps Pagani and heads into 7th place. So the rest of these guys, the guys that have gone through, Panda just kicks up the dirt there. I don't think they're going to get a chance to pit and do an outlap now before time runs out. Depends how long the pit stop is. Can't be a long pit stop, can it? Ross and Tom Duval just coming out now. So Pagani currently at the back of the pack, half a second off the lead from Panda. Then Tom Duval, Ross, T. Smith, Unsafe, Biggles, and Aaron in pole by a good margin at the moment. I think we're going to see that at least cut down though. These guys are going to get 2 more laps. Crucially, Tom Smith, who's pitted for tyres, is also going to get 2 more flying laps. Unless he bins it. Not manifesting it, just saying if. Unless. I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh! Nah, he's alright. Never in doubt. Whew. He's absolutely gone for it through there, and he is 600th purple. We're going to stay with this all the way around the final corner, full on throttle, just clipping the edge of the gravel there. Is that going to cost him? We're looking for a 43.3 here. It has cost him. It's cost him big time. 43.7. He was purple through sector 2. You just saw him clip the gravel on the inside of that right-hander. And it's really cost him on the straight. I know that BMW is not the quickest on the straight anyway, so he would have lost a bit of time, but even so, P4, now we really are onto the final lap. Everybody else is going to get 1 more lap with the exception of Ross. This is going to be his final effort, and it's not going to be quick enough. So Ross currently P5. Next to come over the line is Biggles. He's currently P2. Can he improve at all? No. So Biggles holds second currently. Here they all come now. Somebody's bailed out there. Didn't see who that was. Didn't see if it cost unsafe release either. A couple more coming across the line. Tom Smith makes it to... Oh, he improves, but not quite enough to go ahead of unsafe. Unsafe can't improve either. Anybody... Is there anybody left? Only a couple. Tom Duval, P5, jumps ahead of Panda at the last, and spinning across the line is Pagani. So, finishing order in Q3, Aaron on pole by 0.2 of a second. Absolutely incredible that from him. Biggles P2, Unsafe P3, T Smith 4th, Tom Duval 5th, Panda in 6th, Rossi in 7th, and Pagani in P8. So the rest of the grid will join back in, and we will switch to the Alsace Village course for the first of 3 sprint races. Now, the rules tonight, I'm sure most of you know, but just in case there's anybody in who wasn't around for GT2 last night, the rules are 3 sprint races, 11 laps each, tyre wear exactly the same for each one times 3. You can run soft tyres in 1 of the races, driver choice. So as we saw last night in GT2, that leads to some really interesting battles, because yes, obviously when you run the softs, you're going to get faster lap times, but, and I know a couple of people tried it, I know a couple of people made it, but getting the softs to the end without pitting is a real effort. And the pit lane is not that long, the pit stop is not that long here either, you only lose about 9-10 seconds I think, so with all of that taken into account, it makes an interesting strategy. And we didn't see soft tyre runners winning all of the races last night. So we'll wait and see what people do. I would imagine, I'm only going to have a guess, I would imagine Aaron would be going off on the soft tyres in this race. Other than that, who knows? Aaron says, I did a thing! Well done, Aaron! Is that your first ever Ftrl pole? First in a long time. Well, as we said it at the start, it wasn't going to be the person who was first in Q1 or even in Q2 that ended up on pole. Jadon's in the race chat. I think he wants me to predict his finishing position again. Top 10, mate. I'm calling it. Top 10. You need a hype man in the chat. You need to get your own. You need to get your own Pete, man. Right, come on then. Who's winning race 1? Can Aaron handle the pressure? Who's got the best car for this track? We saw the ones, a couple that probably had a bit more pace, certainly around the test course. But who can handle it? Who's going to get killed by that uphill left-hander towards the end of the track after you come out of the hairpin? Let's find out. Aaron on pole, Biggles alongside him on the front row, Unsafe and T. Smith just behind. We are away for race 1 this evening in GT1. Aaron and Biggles gets a pretty good start. Aaron's still ahead of him though. As we expected, Aaron is starting on the soft tyres, and so is T. Smith looking to go all the way around the outside. And in the meantime, I think Biggles might have been checking his left-hand mirror for Tom Smith, and he's not noticed Unsafe Release nipping up the inside, and they've both got past him. In fact, Biggles from starting P2 on the grid has already been shuffled down to 5th. Everyone's safely around the first corner, and Biggles is now having to fend off Panda. He's back up to P4. Unsafe is really challenging at the front. Oh, and now T. Smith's going through. He's alongside Aaron. Aaron's got the inside, and Unsafe might be looking interested here as well. Oh, it's very, very close. Tom's having to go really defensive to defend against Unsafe. Biggles is quite wide in the background. Can he hold on against the twin tools of Panda and Pagani? Pagani's had a good start from P8 all the way up to P5 now as he takes his teammate. And Tom Duval not far behind them. A further back, Blue Flags in P8, Lennon in P9, Ross, Jadon in P11, Homer is in 12th, Lee and Odon at the back. Everybody's still together, nobody's had an off yet. Which is good to see. Don't like to see someone off on the first lap and basically not having anything to do for the rest of the race. And there is less than 6 seconds covering the field. Oh, and there's a big battle going on in the mid-pack here. Blue Flag, Lennon and Ross. Ross makes the dive down the inside, Lennon has to concede. Down to P10, oh, and size very, very wide. And this is going to be dangerous coming into this corner. Whoa, they've managed to get too wide through there just about. So further forward, Aaron still has the lead, 6/10 from Unsafe as we come to the end of lap 1. Tom Smith is third, followed by Biggles, who is fending off Pagani, Panda and Tom Duval. Those 7 have made a little bit of a break, 1.5 seconds back to Ross. Then comes Lennon, then comes Blue Flag, then Homer, then Lee. Jadon is down to 13th and now Odon in 14th. That is your running order as to the end of lap 1 of 11. Good evening, Royston. Good to have you, mate. Aaron's given up his place to T. Smith somewhere. I'm not sure how that happened. A second ago, he was in first place and fighting to keep Unsafe at bay. Oh, T. Smith! Oh, huge snap. Just getting on the gravel on the outside there. He's managed to hold on. Aaron and Unsafe very, very close again. So the Milker Boys challenging at the front, but Unsafe Release in the only man's Lamborghini is keeping them honest. He's had such a good return to FTRL. It's been really, really competitive. Oh, we've lost Biggles in the background. Good spot from Fever in the chat. Oh dear. So Biggles all the way down to P12. It's a real shame after his good qualifying performance. A couple of the others have had moments as well in the background while we were watching the battle at the front. Blue Flag is P13 and Homer is 14th. That promotes Jadon up to P10. Come on, James, you can do it. He's got Pagani just ahead of him. Pagani slipped back. He meant to make him 8th at the start, all the way up to P5. Now he's slipped back, but he is purple through that sector. Well, having said that, it's lap 2, so everyone will be purple through that sector. Lee now holding Pagani up slightly by the look of it. Let's go on board with Pagani. Can he find any way through? The Jaguar just seems to be a little quicker off that corner. Oh, it looked like Pagani just got a really nice exit off there, but he just had to let off the throttle to avoid hitting the wall. So everybody around for lap 3. Lap 2 was not quite as good for a few people as lap 1. We've lost a couple off the back, but they've still got a chance to catch back up. Still 9 more laps to go in this race. Aaron has hit the front again, ahead of T. Smith. Are these two going to work together now, try and get away from unsafe release? My gut feeling says no, because Tom doesn't like not being in first. And he's gone 6/10 purple. All of these front 4 are on the soft tyres. Panda is the highest of medium tyre runners in P5. If he can stay there in this race, with the second race being the grid will be as per the finishing order in this race. So if he can stay there or thereabouts, then he'd be in for a good race too, I think, so he could pick the soft tyres. And this, I think, may be the difference for most of these drivers. Can any of them hang on to the soft tyres? Here comes unsafe release. Taylor's not going to help you hang on to the soft tyres. He's absolutely going at each other like this. And what this is allowing is, it's allowing Aaron to get away. 150.8 this time from Aaron with nobody to battle, improving the pace massively. Whereas T. Smith still in the 152s, having to defend from unsafe release. What was the fastest lap in any of the races last night? Does anyone know? Fever must know. He must have got the fastest lap, Fever. I want to see if anybody here beats it tonight. .0, Jesus. It's nice to have someone in GT2 who just keeps the rest of them beaten down, you know. Know your place, that sort of thing. Oh yes, I remember now actually. Yeah, we were talking about the 149. Oh, unsafe release pushing really hard. He's got past Tom. In fact, he's now got 2 Toms behind him. Tom Smith and Tom Duval. And he was pushing really, really hard there. Maybe just a little too hard. You've seen that Lamborghini can get quite catchy on the rear tyres if they get a bit low towards the end of the race. Is anybody going to try and pit? I doubt it. I think the field is just too close. You're going to have to try and, if you're on the soft tyres, you're going to have to try and stick it out. And unfortunately for Aaron, I know. I know you won't. It's good to have you there once in a while. That's what I meant. We need a GT1 level driver in there to just be like, give him a slap. Get back down there. Yeah, this is... Tom stopped already. So after me saying I don't think anybody's got a pit, T. Smith is in the pits. And he knows he's losing time. I think that might be a smart decision. He knew he was losing time battling with unsafe release. And he had Tom Duval coming up behind him as well because of that. So perhaps he thought, I'll pit and maybe get a bit of clear air, but he really hasn't got any clear air. Because, yeah, he's right out in the middle of the pack with all the medium runners on slightly worn tyres, so T. Smith's going to have some work to do. I know what you mean, Fever. It's in the GT 1.5 area. Too slow for the big boys, but too fast for GT. Well, yeah, and I've been there. Especially after I sort of just moved up from GT2, what was probably, 10 seasons ago. I mean, at that point, as you can plainly see, it's not about pace, because clearly nobody's even getting close to 149 here. They may do after the tyre change, but certainly people aren't going faster on raw pace in GT1. It's just, you know, get the consistency and being able to battle with the people around you and not lose too much time, know when to pick your fights, you know, all of that. It's still something I struggle with. So Aaron's going to get done by his tyres. He's going to have to pit. Is unsafe release going to have to pit. He probably will, or the Lamborghini will try to kill him. You can already see it. You can already see the rear end kicking out round those corners. Tom Duval is into the pits from what was P3. And now Ross, who's on the soft tyres but looking after them better than most, is now up into third. So Ross, as usual, has just come a bit out of nowhere to suddenly threaten. So he's 2.5 seconds behind unsafe release, but I think unsafe's going to struggle to get to the end without major dramas from the rear of that Lamborghini. And Aaron ahead is going to have to pit probably in the next couple of laps. So I wouldn't rule out Ross here, and behind him Panda is not too far away on the mediums, and he will come back into it as Ross's tyres and unsafe's tyres start to wear. So these guys by no means out of it, and in the meantime, T. Smith, having pitted, he's 13 seconds off the lead. So if we take I don't think unsafe is going to make it without stopping. If we take Ross as the front runner, oh, he's off. Forget that. Ross is off the track on the outside. Here comes Panda. So Panda now only a second behind. Well, that's changed things a lot. So I absolutely wouldn't rule T. Smith out of winning this. He's 12 seconds off the lead, but I think the front two are going to have to pit, or if they don't, if unsafe doesn't pit, he's going to really, really struggle. It'll be an incredible effort to bring it home from here. We're still going to have 5 more laps after this, and that rear left is nearly, well, that's right, over 2/3 gone. Yeah, he is in the pits along with Aaron. So that is going to, oh, Ross is gone. He's in the wall. So that's put paid to Ross's chance. I don't know what happened there. He was halfway down the straight while his rear end was going everywhere. Ross in the wall down to P8 behind unsafe. He's just come out the pits in P6 on fresh tyres. But pitting later has cost unsafe. He's now a second behind T. Smith, who has now taken P3. He's just taken it off Lennon. Aaron has managed to pit though and come out ahead of Tom. So this is still Aaron's race to lose. He didn't leave it too late. He didn't, because of the traffic. Tom wasn't allowed that much of an undercut on Aaron. Aaron's still 2 seconds clear and gaining rapidly on Panda, who still has the net race lead. Panda won't be pitting, but he's on the worn medium cut tyres. So the best thing he can hope for, I think, is, well, I think to back Aaron into Tom, and hope the battling allows him to stay with it for the remaining laps. But realistically, probably a podium for Panda. Yeah, Aaron's already getting past him. There's just too much grip on the soft tyres. Is he going to go all the way round the outside? Here he comes. Oh, what a move. If he can hold it, yes. I think we saw a move like that yesterday in GT2. That is a fantastic move. Lovely stuff. So Aaron hits the lead. A pole and a win. It's been a long time coming, if so. Or Tom Duval challenging Lennon for P4. Both on the softs. Ross is now pitted from all the way down to P8. What's going on down at the back? Homer is currently P14, trying to find a way past the blue flag. Ross is now going to come out in the last place after all his dramas. So that promotes Blue flag to 12th, Odon to 11th, and Jadon to P10. Go on, go on. Oh, what was that? Was that Biggles? Saw a load of gravel being kicked up in front of the camera. Yeah, it was Biggles. Oh, so now Jadon's having a look at ninth. He's going for it. He's going all the way around the outside. He's getting a nosebleed. P9. There it is. He cuts back in front of Biggles. Ninth place for Jadon. A couple of seconds back from Lee, who's... that front left is not looking great. We'll see how many more right-handers Lee can manage in that car. Pagani's P7. He sort of jumped between sort of P5 and P9 in the mid-pack in this race. He's now trying to close in on Lennon. And this is the battle ahead of him. Pagani will be hoping these three start fighting with each other, because it's now Unsafe Release in P4, Tom Duval in 5th, and Lennon in 6th. And ahead of them, Pando is starting to struggle. He's been passed by T. Smith. He is down to P3. Can he keep Unsafe Release at bay? I would say it is doubtful over the next 3 laps. So Unsafe still looking for a podium here, but he has to just keep an eye on his rear view mirrors. Tom Duval in particular is not slow over a lap. Oh, Unsafe very close to the back of Panda. He's got the superior stopping ability. He had to let off the throttle a little bit mid-corner, and that may have given Tom Duval the advantage if he wants to have a look now. He's certainly got the overspeed. Here he comes. Oh, Unsafe's gone for the move as well. They're 3 wide. Oh, Panda's been pushed wide. I don't know whether Panda just braked wide there. He was on the outside, or whether he got pushed, but whatever the cause, he has been shuffled down to P5. Those mediums are struggling to hang on. So it is the soft tyre runners who are profiting despite the pit stop. Aaron set the fastest lap of the race up front. He is romping away with this. 5 seconds clear with a 150.8. T. Smith P2. And Unsafe Release is now onto the podium in 3rd. In the chat, Fever says, go on Unsafe. P2 is there for the taking. Well, let's find out. We'll try keeping an eye on some of the others, but the gap is it's under 7 tenths of a second now. So, Unsafe in the wall. Oh no, and he got clipped in his round. Oh no. I don't think there was anything Tom Duval could have done about that. He tried to take avoiding action. Just clipped Unsafe on the rear. Unsafe was already halfway round as well. Cursed in the chat by Fever. And he's all the way down to P7. Oh dear. So that promotes Tom Duval to a podium. Aaron is home and dry, setting faster and faster laps. And as he goes, T. Smith is 2nd. I think he'll be happy with that after the fights he's had to engage himself in this race. Tom Duval 3rd, and Panda still hanging on. I think he will be happy with 4th, with his soft tyres to come. Leonard P5, Pagani P6. Unsafe has now got, I think, probably too much to do to catch up with those guys, even on the warm medium tyres. We are now looking, well, let's leave it till the end. Oh, what's going on up there? Oh no! Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. What was that all about? Oh, Jadon! What's happened to James? Oh, for fuck's sake. A 2-minute 0.8 on his last lap and a 1:57 the lap before that. What is going on here? absolute carnage as the tyres are starting to get away from everybody. Homer goes past Odon into P10. Blue flag is now 9th. Ross, after completely hashing it up himself and looking like he was going to finish in the bottom 2 or 3, has just picked everyone off as they've been spinning ahead of him. He's now back up to P8, only just behind Unsafe Release in P7. And now Pagani is chanting Lennon for 5th place as we come over onto the final lap of the race. The guys ahead are reasonably well spread out now. Aaron is 8 seconds clear, Tom is 2 seconds clear of Tom Duval, he is 2 seconds clear of Panda, so it's the battle between Lennon and Pagani that we're looking at now. We will keep an eye out in the background, take a look at the minimap on the top right corner to see if anybody else starts just spinning madly. Because no idea what's going on. Is there anything Pagani can do to take P5? At the minute, it's not looking like it. Guy needs worse on the tyres as well, so he's going to have to go some. All hope for a mistake. Well, he's not far now though, he's got a really good run off the bank corner. Oh, but the Ferrari, both cars actually struggling to get around that hairpin. Lennon has to hold it up through this left-hander and he's really struggling. Here comes Pagani. Up front, Aaron's going to come through and take the win from pole by a full 9.5 seconds from T. Smith. Tom Duval's going to come in for a very well-deserved P3. Panda is going to be 4th and Lennon is still trying to hold off. He's gone very deep. Pagani's going to look to switch around the outside. They are side by side. Is Pagani going to go into the wall? No, he's not. And it looks like he's done it. On the final corner, they're neck and neck coming to the line. And it's Pagani by 0.02 of a second. The man loves a photo finish. Great move on the final corner. Unsafe Release after his incident P7, Ross after his P8, blue flag, and then Homer just behind him, Odon in P11, Jadon in 12th, Biggles in 13th, and Lee, I don't know what happened there, but oof. That was indeed a Team Milker. 1, 2, 3. Well, they needed something to get them back into the, get them moving in the teams championship, and that is it. That's as good as it can get for them. Ooh, great first race. So this is what's going to make this interesting, because the second race is based on, the grid is based on the finishing order. So we'll be Aaron in pole, and then T. Smith beside him on the front row. However, the top 3 have now all used their soft tyre allocation. So they're going to be running on the mediums, and the guys behind them, Panda, Pagani and Lennon, are all going to have the option of taking the softs. We've got a bit of time to put predictions in the chat for race 2. From the in-game chat, looks like James is grabbing a drink. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Ross just giving us a nice action replay of his race 1 performance there. Just about to start race 2. People saying that was too nasty. Well, if you didn't want to complete bits on comms, then you have to go somewhere else, I'm afraid. Come on then. I want some predictions before the start of the race this time. Who do we think is going to win? You have to be quick. Aaron starting on pole and T. Smith alongside him on the front row, followed by Tom DeVal and Panda. Garney starting from P5 on the soft tyres, as is Lennon alongside him. So those will be the two to watch out for early doors. Let's go, there's a false start in the background. It was unsafe release. Oh, he's straight down to P9. Everybody piles into turn 1. Pagani already up to 4th. I'm looking at Tom Smith, and Tom DeVal has been shoved wide. There's a couple of people wide. Everybody's managed to keep the car pointing in the right direction. But Tom DeVal all the way down to P10. Just too many. Oh, a big slide on dirty tyres as well. And now Biggles makes the move into 10th. Tom's just going to have to gather himself and refocus. Only that one. Here comes Odon as well, though. Absolutely no quarter given in GT1. Odon's up to 11th. Oh, Lee. Jadon. Oh, no. Not again. Lee's all the way down in P13. Jadon just behind him, so something's happened between those two. Phoebe's in with Aaron P1, Pagani P2, and T. Smith P3. Well, that is the current running order. Did you just put that in? Are you just giving me the running order? I mean, I'll take all the help I can get, but I wouldn't be too surprised if that is the finishing positions, but we did see the medium tyres suffer a fair bit. I think it depends on how quickly Pagani can pass Aaron. Oh, big slide on the braking. We've seen that Ferrari do that. Pagani manages to catch it. Oh, a bit further back. Ross is wide again. He's okay this time. Not even going to lose any positions off it, flashing the lights as he comes down the hill. Oh, he's been tagged by blue flag. Oh, he's going flying into the wall. Ross and blue flag coming together on the downhill towards the chicane. Absolute disaster. He's really all over the place tonight at the minute, isn't it? Biggles and Tom DeVal continuing their battle. That's now battle to P8 after they got promoted. Homer is currently running in 7th, unsafe release 6th. Panda in P5. He's opted for the medium tyres again. So Panda will be on the softs for race 3. Lennon is currently challenging T. Smith, trying to get past. And Pagani up front has made his way past Aaron on lap 2. So if he can just stay ahead. Aaron flashing the lights. Or maybe it was the reflection, not sure. Pagani can just stay ahead and then get ahead. This is his chance to run away. Or maybe even try and save some tyre. That car is reasonably even on the tyre wear compared to some of the others. We'll have to wait and see what he does. Does he just try and push as hard as he can? and run away? Or does he try and just nurse those tyres for the full 11 laps? We will find out. In the meantime, Lennon is all over the back of T. Smith. Tom's not letting him through, as you would expect. Can Lennon get the run down to... Oh, it's so dangerous to overtake here, as we just saw. He's not going to chance it, Lennon. I think that's sensible. Just following Tom round to the end of lap 2. Pan's still there in P5. But what we've really seen from Will so far this season is the ability to just pick up good, consistent results. Just working around the different strategies, working around the tyre choices. And just picking up, not necessarily wins, but I think he has had a win or two. Indeed he has, he's had 2 wins so far, but the key has just been consistently near the top of Panda, which is why he's currently joint top of the standings alongside Biggles. And as it stands, he'll certainly be jumping ahead of Biggles after the end of tonight. Biggles had a poor first race, and at the minute he's down in P10. Running alongside teammate Ross at the minute. Oh, James. Lonely. I'm so lonely. Garley stretches lead to 1.6 seconds. Aaron's got clean air, but he can't keep with the pace. Lennon is still trying to get past T. Smith. His latest effort is going to be all the way around the outside of the hairpin. That's not going to happen. Where can he find a way through? Pagani now 2.5 seconds clear. If he's going to pit, I think that's just about enough in terms of the relevant lap times. He's gaining just over a second a lap. That'll be just about enough. Max says, who's commentating? Hello Max, it's me, SBY. I don't know if you remember me. I'm taking the season off. Getting old, you see. Can't do so many seasons in a row. Lennon round the outside of T. Smith. He's desperately trying to hold on to P3. Doing Aaron a massive favour in the meantime as well, his teammate. Lennon on those soft tyres is doing pretty well on them at the minute, actually, despite the battling. Max wants to know, can I get a who? Yeah, I dedicate to Lee and his cats. Well, Lee doesn't deserve anything dedicating at the minute because he's in P13. And he may or may not have caused at least one massive accident today, I don't know. I'm only assuming there. Yeah, everybody, and Andy's absolutely right here. Everybody lauds a couple of people for the defensive driving they're able to do, but let me tell you from experience, if T. Smith doesn't want you to get past him, and he really does, it's next to impossible. I can give you the rundown from race 1, Max. It was an Aaron pole and an Aaron win, if you can believe it. Panda's in the wall. What's he doing there? I mean, it was black and white striped wall, so maybe he just felt a natural attraction to it. I don't know, but he clonked off it anyway. He's still in P5, but just lost a little bit of time. He really doesn't want to be drawn back into that battle between Homer and Unsafe behind him, and with Tom Duval not far behind either. Pagani's not stretched out the gap quite as much. He is quarter of a second purple though this time round. And that gap is now approaching 4 seconds, so if he's going to pit, and he probably will have to, maybe, he could stick it out to the end. If he's going to pit, he's going to need like 9 seconds. Max wants to say, because in the moment of fever, not to win every single week and let others win in GT2. Ah, that's the thing. You're gonna have to beat him on track. You're gonna have to get quicker, Max. You're gonna have to get quicker. There's no other way around it, unfortunately. Yeah, Aaron's managing to pull this back, and in a few corners around the lap, it looks like it's getting away from him, and then he just drags it back in a little bit. So I think it's down to Pagani rather than Aaron, because Aaron's setting pretty consistent. Let's see what Aaron's lap time is here. Oh, Pagani's in the pits already. Just taking the T. Smith route from race 1, but pitting relatively early. Yeah, Aaron's setting fairly consistent low 152, so this is going to be down to Pagani's lap times rather than Aaron's. Oh, he's right out next to his teammate, is Pagani. Is there going to be a bit of team orders here? Is Panda going to let him through? Or is Pagani going to have to do it on the track? He's come out of the pits. Yeah, I think Panda's, I think, gone a little bit wide intentionally there to let Pagani through, has he? Well, maybe not. No, Pagani is ahead. If that was Will letting him through, he's done it very, very well, because he's not lost hardly any time in doing it. Oh, got a bit of a battle going on here. Tom Duval P8, Biggles and Ross are going at it just behind, and Tom's on the gravel slightly. Is that going to give Biggles a run? Oh, look how close they are, the two Mazdas going at it. Biggles is looking for the inside here, down into this tricky left-hander, and he's a little wide. And that pushes Tom Duval to the outside. Tom's still there though. Now battling with Ross. These three having a right old battle in the midfield, and Blue Flag's now joining this as well from P11. Hold on, not too far behind in P12 as well. They're putting in a good shift here. So Aaron on the medium tyres really is chewing up that front left still, even though it's a medium. Still setting those consistent low 152s though. And he might want to be looking out now for Lennon. Yeah, I think just cut away from that a minute, we'll come back to that, but Phoebe's saying Odon is really right in there with the GT1 drivers. He really is, and that is really good to see. He's had a few seasons. I'm pretty sure I remember when he first joined in GT1, GT3 seasons, he could barely drive, save his life. No, that's harsh. He did cause a couple of massive accidents though. So that is what you get. That is what you get with practice and progress. It's really great to see. And he's not out here causing any big incidents, unlike some people. Anyway, Aaron is 2.2 seconds clear, and Pagani is on the way on the fresh softs, but I don't think you can necessarily count Lennon out here. Lennon's going to the end on the soft tyres, and he's done a decent job of looking after them as well. That front left is under half, definitely under halfway, but we are coming to the end of lap 7 now. So he's probably going to be on the rims by the end, but he's only got to make it last 4 more laps. Pagani will get past him. But I wouldn't rule out Lennon catching Aaron here either. This is all going to depend on the upcoming battles. And you can see what Lennon's done on those tyres. He had a couple of laps where he had to pick a bit of a fight with people. But he's not pushing for that real pace. He's not pushing for those 150s. in clear air. He's setting sort of high 151s, low 52s, which are equivalent pace to Aaron on the mediums. What is Lennon going to do about Pagani behind him, though? That's the question. Will he let him go? Will he fight the position? I think it depends if he thinks he's got a chance of catching Aaron, and at the minute I'd say yes, he does. Yeah, he's let him through. Pagani nice and easy up the inside. Or if he didn't let him through, he just ran wide, but I think it would have made more sense to let him through and to stay with him, as Phoebus said. T. Smith having a slightly tougher time on the mediums than he did before on the softs. He's currently engaged in a battle with Panda for P4. Homer is 6th, Unsafe is 7th, Biggles is P8. And then a bit further back, 5 seconds further back in fact, is Tom Duval. He's looking over his shoulder at Odom. Then we've got Ross P11, Blue Flag in 12th. Lee is catching up to the back of them in 13th. And then Jadon way off the back in last. Oh, here comes Pagani. He's come flying up to the back of Aaron. Aaron's got no chance here. I've got to say, I didn't think Paul would catch him this quickly. And he can probably just bide his time now. He doesn't need to make a risky move into the downhill chicane. Just get the good exit here. And then look for the move up the inside into turn 1. Here it comes. Easy as you like. Aaron tries to get the drive off the corner, but it's just not happening, and Pagani takes the lead and will now look to run off into the distance. Aaron's going to struggle to get his front left to the end, so now he's got to really look out for Lennon, or Lennon is in a similar predicament. So which do we think is faster on completely worn tyres, softs or mediums? Because that's what it's going to come down to here for P2. I think Pagani's as good as gone now, even though he's only 4/10 clear at the minute. But there's probably not even a need for him to push. He did a 150.4 on lap 7. He doesn't need to do anywhere near that now. Aaron is now down in the 153s. Oh no. Lennon's going to have no tyres left at all. I think, to be honest with these two, if I was one of them, I'd just take avoiding an accident and finishing on the podium, to be honest. Just play it nice and easy. There's a 5-second gap behind Lennon to Panda, who's looked after his tyres, his medium tyres a lot better. He's also overtaken T. Smith when we've not been watching. So, nicely done for Will. To a solid P4. It's been a good race for Homer as well. He had a bit of a dodgy race 1. He's now sitting fairly nicely in 6th place. It's looking like a top 10 for Odon here as well. Just a couple more laps. What's Ross up to? Why is he doing 159s? Come on, Ross. And come on, Jadon. You've only got 6 seconds to make up now. We can smell that P13. That's a really good lap on the medium tyres as well. A mid 52 for his best lap is really good. He's just not been able to keep it consistent. Penultimate lap for Pagani. Comfortable 2.5 seconds clear. Aaron is holding station against Lennon. I can hear squealing of tyres somewhere. What's going on? No, I think it's just everyone's struggling to get warm mediums around the corner. Is anybody in a better position? Not really. Biggles is probably best on his tyres, but he has got a big clutch of cars ahead of him, but he's only got, unfortunately, one more lap to do it. He could do with a couple more laps, and he may be able to even challenge the top 5, but he's going to run out of time, unfortunately. He'll have to just set his sights on unsafe for P7. Final lap for the front runners. Garnish just settled into very nice, comfortable mid 51s. He doesn't even need to do that, to be honest. Lennon is giving it everything. He's got no front tyres, Aaron's got no front tyres, Lennon's also got no rear tyres. But he has closed the gap to under a second. He wants that P2. He's now got enough of a gap behind him that he can afford to push. As long as he doesn't send it too hard and go off the track. What can he do? Aaron kicking up the grass, coming out of that corner, but he's just edged that gap out to a full second again. It's going to take something miraculous from Lennon or a mistake from Aaron. I'll come back to that in a second, just having a look a bit further back. Panda looks comfortable in P4, TCS P5. Homer is in 6th, unsafe he is, sliding it round the corner. The tyres are squealing in protest. He's just about made it work. Is that left rear going to make it round this corner? The banking is probably just doing enough for him. He's okay. Aaron looks to have made it. Just a couple of corners to go. And he will claim P2. But it's this man, starting from P5, the furthest forward runner on the soft tyres, played it absolutely pitch perfect. And Pagani comes home to take the win for race 2. Aaron follows up his first with a second in race 2. And here comes Lennon to round out the podium. That will be good news for him after the race 1 performance. Panda is 4th, another good consistent result for him. T. Smith 5th. Homer, unsafe, holds off Biggles. Here comes Tom Duval in P9, a top 10 for Odon, great result for him. Brings it home ahead of Blue Flag. Lee in 12th, Ross in 13th, and Jadon in 14th. Well, this next race is going to be really interesting. What the hell? Okay, that's not come up on the comments. No, Owen, fantastic result, mate, seriously. You need some serious driving to get a top 10 in this grid. So, absolutely well done. Well, just as I got completely blindsided there. I saw a comment flash up on my screen from Fever about arseholes, and I don't know what it's related to. And now it's gone. And it's not on the YouTube channel. Oh, did he type it? Did he type it in the wrong chat window? Anyway, enough of that. Back to the results. Pagani and Aaron, P1, P2. Just like old times. Doesn't it make you feel young again? Lennon is 3rd to round out the podium. And then Panda, T. Smith, Homer, unsafe, Biggles. Tom Duval, Odon, Blue Flag, Lee, Ross and Jadon. So we are heading into race 3, which is the reverse grid. And we're only going to have, I think maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 people running the soft tyre. I think a few of those are going to be towards the front of the grid, so could be interesting. We could have an unexpected winner here in race 3. That'd be my call. I'm not going to go for someone specific. I'm certainly not going to pick James. But I think you're certainly going to see someone win this race who hasn't won tonight, and I think you're going to see someone win this race who's not won so far this season. So that is anybody except for Biggles, Panda, Begani, and Ross. So there you go. James is doing the first to last challenge in this race. Okay, I didn't see that comment from Max before Fever, so thanks for the explanation, I guess. Right, what's going on? We've not started yet, have we? No, good. Right. Here we go. Race 3 is coming up very, very shortly. I've given you my bold prediction. Let's have yours. Who's going to win? I don't even want a 1, 2, 3 this time. I just want who's going to win. A prize for a correct guess. I don't know what prize that will be, but it'll be a prize nonetheless. Look who's on pole. Here we go. First to last challenge is on for Jadon. Let's see how he gets on. Jadon starting on the softs. Ross behind him is on the mediums, and Lee is on the softs as well, alongside Blue Flag. So it'll be interesting to see how the start pans out. Ross immediately under pressure pulls right to the inside. He's going to absolutely Verstappen to Blue Flag. I think Blue Flag got away with it and straight into pole as well. So it is Blue Flag on the soft tyres who gets away into P1. Max is going for Lee across the board, and Lee's the minute in P3. Ross is being, as you would expect, shuffled backwards. Biggles is battling with his teammate at the minute. Derek saying last night's race 3 start was carnage. This one looks to have got away fairly smoothly, which is a bit of a surprise given the some of the rest of the driving tonight. At the back, Aaron is still last. Pagani is just ahead of him, challenging Tom, and Odon's getting shuffled wide here. The GT1 boys saw his top 10 finish and thought, we are not having any of that. You can do one. Anyhow, he's all the way at the back now, unfortunately. He has on the soft tyres though, so opportunity for him to get back into this. Still only 5 seconds off the lead, despite the fact he's in 14th place, and Blue Flag is getting away here. Over a second clear, as Jadon and Biggles and Lee Cole all have a massive to-do. Coming up to the hairpin. Do we have anybody looking to make a move on safe, trying it on with Panda? T. Smith as well, looking to force his way past Lennon. Is Lennon going to hold the inside? Yes, he is, coming up here. Okay, end of lap 1, Blue Flag leads. Is Panda looking for a move down the inside of turn 1 on Tom DeValve? Yes, he is. And he gets it done. Lovely move from Panda. Got it stopped, got it turned, got the drive off the corner. Soft tyres definitely helping him there. Oh, he's not done. He's not having that. Straight back up the inside of the sweeping left-hander, but that gave Panda the inside for the next corner, and he holds the position. Okay, after the early battles, Biggles looking to go the inside, Jadon getting very defensive, as is Nintendo. How are you seeing all this, Fever? I completely missed that. Lennon spun and he's down to 14th. I don't know how Fever is watching the same stream as me and seeing all this. Maybe we should get Feber in to be commentator. Aaron is now 13th, Pagani 12th, Odon 11th, and Homer is 10th. So Odon's made his way back forward. I wonder if there's been a bit of a coming together between Pagani and Aaron, or maybe Odin's just taken them on merit. He is on the softer tyre compound, and he's now getting away. So a few more drivers on the softs than I thought, actually. As we look at Lee battling with Panda for P4. As we've seen before, dangerous place to make a move. Oh, they've gone really nicely side by side through there, though. Panda it is, he keeps position. Really good racing, though. They're still going at it. Lee is absolutely desperate to find a way through here. This time he gets it done. Is Panda going to get the switchback there? Oh, he is. As Lee runs a little wide. What a switchback from Panda. These two have been challenging position for the best part of a lap now. I think it may have finally settled down. After that switchback from Panda, Lee maybe slightly too ambitious with the move. And now they're onto the back of Jadon, who's currently P3. No, Lee's not finished. He's still giving everything, trying to get back on terms with Panda. And I think he will be right back in there once Will catches up to the back of James. Here he comes. Will is a quarter of a second purple. Can he find the way through and onto the podium? Biggles is P2. He's got clear of the carnage and he's now chasing down Blue Flag. Be interesting to see what these relative lap times are. And Blue Flag's Peugeot is just eating its front left tyre, whereas Biggles is in pretty decent shape. Let's look at the relative lap times here. Blue Flag comes over in a 151.5, Biggles in a 151.0. So we're saying Biggles should be quicker, indeed he is. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. Maybe it's not the track. Maybe it's just that Peugeot around here. I don't know. But we saw before. He's not really able to manage quite as quick a times as some of the others, and seeing that again, not really getting. Well, he's only had a few laps, but not really getting above the mid 51s on those soft tyres. Whereas Big, as we've seen before, is able to crack the 150s. So. I think so. We'd be happy if he can grab a podium out of this. Here comes Biggles, looking down the inside. He looks favourite at the minute, it has to be said. Although Will's not too far behind. If Biggles did win, that would ruin my prediction of a new winner this season. But we'll just have to wait and see. James is still there as well. Let's not rule him out. He's been absolute dog shit in the first two races, but still, let's not rule him out. He can work miracles, that boy. And at the minute, Panda seems fairly content to sit behind him. Maybe just looking at tyre wear as well. Biggles is probably the best out of the front four. But Jadon's not too far behind. Okay, Biggles is right on the back of Blue Flag now. 3/10. Not quite as good a drive off the corner, but the Mazda will have the better speed coming around this full throttle left-hander. He's got the slipstream as well. The gap's down to 2/10. It's under 2/10. Is he going to make the move? Not this time. Just takes a slightly wider line, looks to cut back. It's actually allowed Blue Flag a little more room, but this is not the place to make a move anyway. Not without taking your own life into your hands. this next corner is the one, or maybe a round the banking again, as we've seen before. Now Panda is having a go at James. He's just a couple of tenths behind as well. Less than a second and a half separate the top 4 on lap 5 of 11. They're all running on the soft tyres. Still yet to be seen. Oh, and there's a bit of contact was there. Both James and Will getting into a massive slide around that corner. That's set them back a bit from the front too. They're still there though. Lee's not too far away in the background either. Again, in that car, just not quite capable of the pace of some of the others, but still there or thereabouts. And if he can keep it consistent and the others have issues, he may have a chance. He's definitely going to have to pit though. A bit further back, Tom Duval is on his own in P6. I think he'd be happy with the P6 off the mediums. And if some of the others pit ahead of him, he might still have a chance of improving that. T. Smith is battling. Odon's up to P8. Go on, Owen. Go on, Owen. Keep going. Tyres are looking great as well. He could make it all the way to the end. Steve says, whoever pits first wins. Well, we did see it give Tom the advantage early doors in the first race, and look who's pitted first. Here we go. James is out. Just, oh my god. Oh, this is chaos. Jadon and Panda have come out of the pits. Just behind T. Smith, behind Odon, who's now probably going to look to get out of the way for James. Will he hold Panda up at all? Oh, he's going to try. Oh, no, he's going to go wide. He's staying out of the way. Yeah, fair enough. If I were him, I'd probably have got a rush of blood to the head there and thought, damn it, I'm going for 4th. But he's quite sensibly got out of the way of his teammate, so fair play. Andy says Lee has had a pit stop nightmare. What's he done now? What have you done now, Lee? Oh, he's gone on to mediums. I mean, it's not quite as bad as last night when, who was it? Somebody went on to, I think it was Glyn, wasn't it? Was it Glyn? Oh no, I can't remember, maybe not. Somebody didn't put their fresh tyres on and had to come back in. That's almost as bad. It was Glyn, okay, thanks. Well, now he's found his teammate anyway. Only man seemed to have trouble changing rubbers. Let's put it that way. Unseverly's down there in P12 as well. Home is P13 and Ross is just, he's given up. He's just sat in the pits. Blue flag is into the pits from P2. Biggles had hit the lead. I'm not sure what happened there. In our looking back to the field and joking about rubbers, we've missed a change for the lead. Classic commentary. Biggles hit the lead before the pit stop, ahead of blue flag. So now it's Biggles on the softs, and I would say quite confidently now looking to push that to the end, and he's got a lot to play with. He's got 7 whole seconds over Tom Duval, who's still out on the mediums. Blue flag is on the fresh soft, so you'd expect him to catch Tom before the end. And then it's T. Smith in P4 with Panda and Jadon not far behind. Oh, this is Biggles to lose now. Really is. My woeful predictions not coming to pass once again. Yeah, me too, Faber, me too. And I didn't even make a specific prediction. It was as general as you could get. All I said was that somebody new would win. I had 10 out of the 14 drivers to pick from. It's like betting on the Grand National all over again. The last time I bet on the Grand National, the horse fell over at the first hurdle and it had to be shot. I don't know why we're watching Biggles. He's 8 seconds clear. He's going to win. Assuming that front left doesn't come back to try and kill him in the remaining 4 laps, but I think he's probably alright. He can take it as easy as he likes now. 152s are absolutely fine, doesn't even need to be that quick. 153s will do him. This is a bit of a race out of nowhere from Tom Duval. Is he on for P2? Probably not on for P2. He may be able to hang on for a podium. Is that a good race? Good group of races tonight, Tom. It's these guys we're going to have to watch out for. So Panda and Blue Flag on the fresh softs. Particularly Panda, I'd say, even though he's 2 seconds behind. He's probably got the ability to go slightly quicker inside around this track. T Smith's had to give up those positions. He'll be looking to hold on ahead of Aaron behind him and Pagani. Both of them are running the mediums. Pagani's doing a better job again of looking after his tyres though. And again, he's looking to overtake Aaron in the last few laps. Honestly, the amount of... Oh, there he goes. Round the inside. Aaron's trying to hang on, but he's right to the edge of the track. He's not going to make it. Good racing once again. Pagani, this was in a few passes around the outside of that corner. This time it's Pagani going down the inside. I don't want to jinx it. I don't think I'm going to jinx it now, but I want to give these two a massive compliment because I've seen them racing together for years now and so many seasons. Obviously, oh, where's Aaron going? I mean, they often go off the track like that, but in all the years I've seen them racing together, when they come together in battle position, I've never seen them make contact even. Never mind hump one another off. It's just really good driving all round. Aaron is now really struggling on that front tyre though. He could lose a few more positions. Here comes Shade on. Up the inside of his teammate for P8. He could make up a couple more positions here, James. He'll have Aaron in his sights. He'll enjoy that if he can overtake Aaron for P7 in the last few laps. Aaron's absolutely crippled his front left tyre. Pagani P6 now hunting down Tom. This could be interesting. Panda is now P4 and rapidly gaining on Blue Flag. And Blue Flag is rapidly gaining on Tom Duval, so Tom's podium may well be under threat yet. Meanwhile, Biggles is absolutely serene out front. Not got a lot of front left, but should be enough. And there goes Panda into P3. Nothing I could do about it. Just hasn't had the pace tonight, and given that he hasn't had the pace, P4 is an excellent result. Ooh. Nearly took Panda to the shadow realm there, just a little bit late on the brakes, but fortunately everybody's okay. There'll be no fights back in the tools garage. Yeah, now Tom Duval's in trouble. 2 laps to go. The gap is approaching half a second. And he's going to have to do a lot just to maintain a podium here as Tom. Oh, Pagani's all over the back of T. Smith. He goes right to the outside. He's going to look to get a big old switchback here. Here he comes. He's got him, has he? Tom's going to have the inside line for the left-hander. If Pagani can hang it all the way around the outside, he's going to have the inside for the hairpin though. Can he hold on there? No, not quite. Oh, wait. Oh, they're still side by side. God, he's got him. Oh, but it's a huge slide on the exit from Pagani. Is that going to allow T. Smith to hit back? Ah, Pagani's ahead of him. Ah, and then Tom just had to let off the throttle a little bit there as he shifted upwards. So I think that is job done. Pagani with the slightly fresher tyres into P5 ahead of T. Smith. Nico, oh, there's a big wobble. Pagani. Oh no! Oh, he'd done all the hard work. He'd done all the hard work to get past Tom, and then he had a massive twitch on the exit of that corner, and that's lost him 3 positions. That promotes T. Smith to 5th, Jadon to P6, and hunting down Tom Smith for P5. Here he comes. Oh, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it down the outside into the hairpin, is he? No. Oh, that's a real shame for Paul. It really is. Well, I'm gonna stay with that Jadon T. Smith battle in a minute. Biggles is 8 seconds clear. Panda is now already into P2, and Blue Flag is into P3. They're both past Tom Devar with a lap or 2 spare. Here he comes again. We're gonna stick with this now. Is he gonna make the move down the outside into the downhill chicane? No. He's got 1 more lap, has he, to get it done. Oh, big slide from T. Smith on the exit. Here comes James again. They're on to the final lap of the race. Is he going to make a final lap move? He looks down the inside for turn 1. It's a late move, he's got it. Has he got the drive off the corner? Not yet, they're still alongside. Tom is slightly ahead. James is going to have to go all the way around the outside and keep the line. Nah, he's had to duck back in. He's got a few more chances yet. He's now to the outside. Oh, is he going to go for it? All the way around the outside? Surely not. Surely not. Oh! Oh my word. Hang it in the fucking Louvre. What a move from Jadon. P5. Round the outside of the BMW of T. Smith and then cutting back to the inside for the next corner. He's done it. Outrageous scenes. Oh, Biggles has got nearly no front left, but he's going to get there. Unbelievable tyre management from him. He's done a great job. He is going to win race 3 by a good 7 seconds. Seen surprising amount of wins by a fair distance, or 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds in this evening. Just one person getting the strategy. It's all been different people. One person getting the strategy right each and every time. And it is Biggles this time. For race 3 comes around for another win. That will help him claw some of that gap back in the championship from Will, who's coming home in P2. Really good, nice work for Panda. And Si will be very, very happy, I think, with a podium. Across the line he slides. Tom Devar P4 in the end. Couldn't quite hold on. Here he comes. 5th place for James. Great move on the final lap. Relegates T. Smith to 6th. Aaron in 7th. Pagani in 8th after his moment. Lennon in 9th. Another top 10 for Odon, as he's followed home by Homer. Lee has finished in 12th. Unsafe is 13th. And Ross is going to come across the line in 14th. James, what a result. I always believed in you. Except for that bit when I didn't. But apart from that, I always believed in you. Yep. I think Derek's right. Team Milko absolutely dominated today. Even in the last race, when they were all down the back of the grid, still a P4, a P6 and a P7. So, really good night for them. That will put them right back into contention. I think the Constructors is going to be extremely close this season. Bunch of tools clawing it back in race 3. 2 cars on the podium along with Pagani's P8, so they were leading the championship. I think they still will be leading the championship, but it will be a lot closer between the top 3 going forward. I think we're having an extra long parade lap at the end here because Unsafe is still in the pits. that guy is really, really ready to change tyres, but unfortunately he's not going to get the opportunity. Someone should probably tell him. Oh wait. Oh, he got his chance. Good for him. Good for him. Here comes unsafe release on the hard tyres. I think that's a disqualification, isn't it? I know, Paul. That was a real shame. It's a really good move as well. Ah, unlucky. Oof. That was a really good night's racing. I think this format, the qualifying and also the just the setup of this, the planning for this race in particular was really, really good. No idea who was going to be able to win on either of the strategies, and there's a different strategy worked out every time for the race winners. So that's what we like to see. All credit to the guys in the AM team for putting together these. I know they're already starting to think about next season. We're only 4 weeks in. There's already a few thoughts flying in for next season, so guarantee we'll keep it rolling. Alright, we are done for the night. Thank you very, very much for joining us, as always. Please do give the stream a like before you go, if you haven't already. We will, of course, be back next week. Where are we next week? I don't have a clue. Let's have a look. No, I don't know. Someone will have to tell me. But I'm sure you'll all know. You'll all know soon. Kyoto, thank you, Fever. We just need Fever in there. As Fever can stay there. As you can be official information and stats person for going forward, I think, for GT1. Because you probably contributed more accurate information to this stream than I have. So, all good. Right. Same time, same place. Next week, Thursday and Friday, 8:30. Please do join us then. Good night.